Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the long-awaited room tour. So I have been in this cabin now for about 4 months and I have finally gotten around to just recording this video and sharing my new nail room tour. This is a wooden cabin out in my back garden, so I hope you enjoyed this tour. As you can see, I have gone for just the nice wood aesthetic. And this is the window just on the side, and I have gotten some of the Amazon window cover and just popped that on myself just to stop some of the UV light coming in, because it does get very hot in the summer as it's all wood and it's really well insulated. So just to the right then, as you come in, we have double glass doors, and then just to the right we have this cabinet here which holds all my press-on nail goodies. So we have this little plant on the top and a fan. And on these shelves we have my nail tips and we have my nail stands and some masks. We also have some prep kits and free gifts, all that kind of stuff. Everything that comes with my press-on nails, more packaging over here and envelopes. And then at the bottom we have cuticle oil, bits and bobs, and more tips which are not organised at all. I was going to get a drawer set for all this stuff, but I haven't gotten around to that yet, so I've just kept it in the cabinet that it was in. So if you remember my last room tour, that was where my press-on stuff was held. So I just kept a hold of that cabinet there. Okay, so moving on to my gel polish. This is my gel polish wall. That's my little sign. I got that on Temu. Very cute. And my shelf over here, that's just beside the socket, just holds some little plants and decorative things, some little presents that my clients got me. And yeah, so just starting off, I got these shelves on Temu as well. If you want the links to anything, guys, just please comment down below and I will include the links. So starting off, we have the gel bottle ink on the top, and then moving over we have Glitter Bell's Hema Free collection. Then coming down here we have the Manicure Company and Clarissa. So I am a gel polish addict. I love gel polish and I was so excited about doing this wall. This was one of my favourite things in the new nail room. We have Madame Glam there, so we have the Korean range on the shelf above, and then down here we have some, I think these are glitters. Yeah, they're glitters. So this is all Madame Glam, which I love Madame Glam. They're so good. And then down below, more Madame Glam. So this is running into the pinks and the kind of purpley colours, and the little baby pinks, and the nudes are down here. And then across to the left we have more Madame Glam. So these are kind of like the autumny colours. I do have my gel polish in colour order, but I do separate the brands because I just like to have the brands separated. Up here we have some Nail Reserve and some Magpie Beauty, and then up above we have some D&D and Semilac. So I definitely am a gel polish addict. I love gel polish. So yeah, those are all my gels. I still probably need to get more shelves, to be honest with you, because I'm running out of space there. As you can see, that little gel bottle one is just sitting on top. So that's the overview of my gel polish that's on display, and yeah, I love it. So down below we have this little sign here. So I got this from Temu, first of all. So it says, "Life isn't perfect, but your nails can be." And then beside it we have a little rack it's like a nail polish rack, but I have just popped on some autumn/Halloween nail inspo because that's the season we're coming into now. So I just actually changed that before I recorded this video. It's just in case some clients want some inspiration or they might want a sticker or two. Usually clients don't really go for stickers, but I just have it there anyway, just for some inspo. And then right beside it I have these gorgeous Magpie glitters. I love Magpie. Still haven't collected any more because I just don't use loose glitter enough. I don't want to keep on collecting it if I don't use it. But I love it. But then down here we also have all my swatches. I'm in the process of changing over those big stilettos to the little almond ones that are down below here. And I'm in the process of doing that, but I can't wait to have all that done because there's just so many to do. And then right beside there we have our gels. So we have some Madame Glam gels on the top here, and then we have Clarissa construction gel as well, and we have the Manicure Company and some more Clarissa. So this is where I just keep my potted gels. This is probably my favourite one for French. I use that all the time for French pink, and it's a gorgeous colour. It's really nice. And then we have some liner gels, some gel paints from Glitter Bells. We have gel paints from Madame Glam, and we also have some Born Pretty and some Gel Bottle ink just there as well. So they're just kind of things that I just turn and grab if I need to do some nail art on clients. It's handy to have it right behind me, just that little array of nail art. And then we do have the Barbicide and the Barbicide spray right beside that then. So moving on then to the right of that chest of drawers, I have this little bin. So this came from TK Maxx and I love this little bin. I bought it so long ago, but it's so cute and it actually suits the floor that I picked out for this cabin. It's grey and white and has little flowers on it and it's cute. So that's my little bin. And then moving on to the inside of these drawers. So in these drawers, everything has a place or everything has a little basket. And in this little basket or this little tray here, I have different versions of top coats and base coats that I kind of use for press-ons. So it would be stuff that might be contaminated with glitter and things like that. And I just know where everything lives and everything has its place. And that's the nail debonder from Born Pretty. I have to try that yet. And then I have some Amazon polishes in this basket here. So I have some Raregism. This is the first polish I ever got. I got this from AliExpress years ago and it was started me on my nail journey. So I keep that for nostalgia reasons. And then we just have Venalisa and some Model 1s. Different little colours that I might use for press on orders. But not necessarily. I wouldn't really pull these out for clients, not necessarily. So yeah, that's just them. And then beside that then I have a little tray full of extra gels. So I have the non-stick hand gels from Born Pretty. These are really, really good for the gel flowers and I have them in multiple colours and they're so good for gel flowers. I have a video on my channel explaining how to do that if you want to look it up. And yeah, they're really, really good. And then I have some Aurora top coats, some metal painting gel and different types of glitter in pots here. So basically just different types of nail art. And then moving on to the right hand side of that, we have some like pigments and glitters and stuff in these little grids. The pigments I wouldn't recommend. I have tried to use them a few times and I just can't. They just don't work for me. Not those pigments. I love the magpie pigments, but not those pigments. They don't work. And then we just have different types of foils and things like that. So these type of things I don't always use, but sometimes you will need like a green foil or something like that and you'll just, it's there in that little pot and it's handy. Then right beside that, this tray I use a lot. So it would be your chrome and your pigment powder, your, you know, all your type of dusts and stuff like that. And I also have the eyeshadow applicators in beside them. So this little tray I use an awful lot. And then beside that then I just have my magnets for my cat eye gels. Okay, so down in the second drawer then, this is where I keep my loose glitters. So here we have more loose glitters again. And again, I love these glitters. These glitters in this tray, I love them all. And yeah, I really need to use them more and I just don't use them enough. But I will. I must be better at using my stuff. So moving on then, we have stickers as well. So these are the little decals in this little book. And then in the other book, I keep my stickers. So I bought both of those little sticker books on AliExpress, I think, for very, very cheap. And then moving on beside that, we have those little makeup wedges and the little holder that I got recently on Temu. So that's for ombre and that is very handy. And then we have our charms and stuff in these little boxes. So we have a mixture of charms and then glass rhinestones. Those AB glass rhinestones are stunning. They're glass, got them on AliExpress a long time ago and they are just gorgeous. They're so shiny. Next up then we have different little flowers like the hibiscus flowers there. And then we have some pink ones here and just different types of charms. Not a lot of my clients will ask for charms, but my daughter uses charms a lot on her nail sets. And, you know, every so often you might get someone who will ask for stones and things like that. So it's definitely good to have them, especially any that are really, really on trend. I'd recommend just picking them up because if you do have someone that comes in and asks or you get a press on order, you don't have to be scrambling trying to get them on Amazon. So then over here we just have a little mixture of stones and things like that. Those two little boxes came from the E-Nail Couture Scoop. And then we have the cross wheels and some caviar beads and different little stones. Then moving on, we have some of these little grid holders, and they just kind of have more charms. These little acrylic flowers that were very popular not too long ago. So they just came in different colours. And then we have some chains and more caviar beads and little pearls in this one. And then in the other grid boxes over here, we just have more of those glass rhinestones. And these are all stunning as well. These emerald ones are gorgeous. I used them on a setting myself before and they're so shiny. They're such a good dupe for a Swarovski. So then we just have more colours of those there. And yeah, if I was ever just to build my collection, I think I would buy that size grid and work from there. Okay, moving on to the last drawer then. Just moving my alcohol bottle out of the way there. So in the last drawer, we kind of have a mishmash of things. We have stamping plates there, and then to the left of that, we have our little basket that holds our stampers and our stamping polishes and our little nail polish that are just nail varnishes. And then in this little tray here, we have backups of the glitters that were in those pots, and then just some little baby glitters and basically backups of stuff I already have. And then in this little tray beside it, we have swatch sticks and those little round swatch sticks that go on top of bottles, along with the little stickers for them. And then we just have more pigments underneath here. So there's some lovely fine glitters underneath there as well that I really need to try and swatch and see what they are like. But I will get around to that one day, I promise. So that's it for that drawer. And then moving on to what I have beside me at all times, my right-hand man. This trolley is just the bee's knees. I love it. I couldn't survive without it. So I just pull this over to me when I'm doing a client and I push it back out of my way when I'm not. And it really houses everything that I use in a manicure. So we have our base coats, we have our builder in a bottle. So here we have glitter bells. I use a couple of shades of glitter bells religiously, so I use Candy Pie and Dolly, and then I have a couple more as well, but they would be my main two shades. And then we have Madame Glam here, so I would use that base coat for a just regular gel polish manicure. And then this fiberglass base coat is amazing for anyone who might have a broken or cracked nail and you don't want to cut it. It might necessarily be broken all the way across, it could be just a little chip. That fiberglass base coat is brilliant. This matte top coat is brilliant as well. It's V-Shine and you get it on Amazon. I love that and I love using it for pigments. It's really, really good. This is Claressa's Diamond Top. I have 3 bottles of it at the moment. One is for chromes and glitter, and then the other 2 are just the ones I'm using. I love that top coat. It's so shiny. And then we have Claressa's rubber bases there along to the right. They're really pretty as well. Some HEMA-free glitter bells and some E-Nail Couture top coat. And then at the back we have just bits that we don't use all the time. So like Bloomin' Gel and that Magpie top coat. I use that to encapsulate glitter a lot. And your rhinestone glue and your little flashy lamps and things like that are also in this cart. And that little pot there just holds my dotting tools, my scissors, my fan brush, glitter brush, silicone tool, all that kind of stuff. And then right beside it we have some swatch sticks of top coats. So they're your little specialty top coats, like glitter top coats and things. So I just hold them there so clients can have a look if they want to have something different on their nails. And then we also have our little tip cutters right there as well, just to have to hand. And then down below we have our essentials for our prep and stuff. So this is my basket of lint-free wipes that I have pre-cut there, along with gloves and masks right beside them, and then everything that I need for gel extensions here. So these are the tips I'm using at the moment. They are called Lion Vision and I only discovered them in the last few months, but you get them on Amazon and I really, really love these tips. They're just a long tapered square tip, but you can cut them into a lovely short almond or a short square or whatever. They just, I don't know what it is. I'm really, really loving these tips at the moment. And then I do also have some more tips at the back that I used to use and forms there with some glue just hanging around in the middle of the form roll, just ready to go. So that's just my little basket for gel extensions. And then at the very bottom, I have where my e-file kind of just sits. So I have my Melody Susie e-file here. It's their 15th anniversary one. This is still my favourite, and I have an upgraded one over here, and I do love that one as well, but I just love my 15th anniversary one so much that until it dies on me, I'm just going to keep using it. But I do keep the two of them down there at the bottom, along with some chargers and backup gloves and things like that. So that is my nail trolley or my nail cart. And like I said, I just couldn't survive without it because I prefer less stuff on my table and more stuff on the cart. So then just swinging around, this is my chair. So it's just a computer chair, and it has swivel wheels, and it just can move around the place. And this is my view of my desk. So on my desk, I have my 2 UV LED lights, and beside me here, I have my tray. So this is my little gold tray that I just set my client bits on. And then beside that, I have my gel brush, my nail art brushes, my cleanup brush, and some clippers ready to go. And then I have my little palette beside me and my dapping dish, which I use for acetone. And then I have my dust collector. So this is the Luxe dust collector, and in my last room tour I think I said I didn't like this dust collector. I've changed my mind on it. I actually just needed to change the filter, and I didn't realize that I needed to change it so badly. Once I changed the filter, it's just working so much better. So I think I did give it a bit of a bad rep in my last video, so I just want to say it's a really good dust collector. This here then is a light that I got from Temu. I will be replacing it soon. It is just okay. It's small. I didn't think it was going to be this small. My other light just broke, so I just chanced getting this one. But I am going to invest in a better light. But I do think if you're a DIYer or you're doing your nails at home or you're only doing your own nails, this light would be absolutely perfect. It moves back and forth. It was about €6, I think. So if you want the link to it, just let me know. I think if you're doing nails for people, I wouldn't recommend it really. But if you're just doing your own, I think it'd be great. So then I'm just going to show you the client chair. So moving around to the client's view, this is a gorgeous pink chair. So this is a new addition since my last room tour as well. And I love the fact that it's like a real baby dusty pink, and it's very, very comfortable. The seat side of it has such a nice cushion, so it's really comfortable, and it doesn't have wheels, so the client can't be moving here, there and everywhere. So yeah, I really like that chair. And then moving on to my drawers. My drawers are at the right hand side of my chair here, and on the top drawer I have everything to do with e-file bits and nail files and cuticle pusher. So basically your prep stuff. I have a lot of bits that I don't use, but I would say I use three bits on every service. But it's definitely handy to have bits because you never know when you'd need them. So I'm definitely holding on to them. I'm not going to get rid of them. Then moving on to the next drawer down, we have all of our Born Pretty polishes. So we have their Hema-free polishes there to the left. We have a lot of cat eyes and a lot of glitters. Here are the swatches of the Born Pretty. So I keep them separate in the drawer. So if I ever need any colour or any cat eye, I know they're down there. That's just a little overview of them. But some of their cat eyes are just out of this world. And the glitters are so pretty as well. So that is the Born Pretty. And then I also have some E-Nail Couture and some Melody Susie in this drawer as well. And some of the E-Nail Couture top coats and the polygel. So that is the overview, and that is the guts of my nail room tour. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about the cabin or anything to do in this video, please don't hesitate to comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Please give it a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.